We're back to the Beach Lifestyle segment on the Total Tutor Show. I'm the host of the show, Neil Haley. Got to go to my website, TotalTutor.net, for more information. Again, thanks to the Beach Lifestyle Celebrity segment and SimplyG.com for sponsoring this great interview, and I'm really excited. This is going to be the third major, I can't believe it, third major event where a celebrity is calling in from. First of all, it was London, the Olympics. Then it was the Super Bowl. Well, I thought, come on now, could something even be bigger than that? Well, in a lot of ways, because of this country, it's the major sport. I have Brian Keselowski, driver, calling from the Daytona 500. Brian, how are you?
I'm doing great. I wish we were racing in the Daytona 500. Unfortunately, because of some issues in the engine department, we missed it through our qualifying race. But it was a great race to be a part of in 2011 when we made it, and hopefully get a chance to do it again.
Well, and I hope so, and I hope to stay in touch with you and have you back on again, especially because you're really supporting an awesome cause, and that's why you're on the show today. And the key thing is that anyone that could be involved to help this, it's fantastic. So tell us what you're doing to help honor veterans with the WAA.
Sure. Well, through our sponsor, TruckerFan.com, they're proud supporters of being able to help Reach Across America, and Reach Across America was on the car as our primary sponsor, and TruckerFan.com, they allowed that to happen through, trying to come up with the funding themselves, and, we do a lot of stuff with the fans and trying to get everybody out there and involved with the sport and how NASCAR works, and definitely more of a fan-oriented sport than most of them are. So, we wouldn't be here if fans were here. I think most sports need to realize that. And that's something that we embrace in NASCAR. So, Wreath Across America, the guys came down Warchester and his whole family. And it was definitely awesome to be a part of it and listen to them talk and about the things that they do with placing wreaths on Veterans Day for the Christmas season and how they do everything and how everything has come about. So, they've been doing this since 1992. And it's really an awesome thing. I was looking on their Facebook page the other day and reading up on how they even found some graves from like 1812. So they have, I think, all 50 states are involved now, and they have a lot of people that are involved both in volunteer-wise and a lot of different people in the trucking industry that have volunteered their trucks and their time to ship all the wreaths out. And there are over 240,000 wreaths that they place on graves every year. So it's a big operation, and I'm really proud to be a representative of it.
And it's very interesting, Brian, in the way that your sponsor, who allows this to be on the cars. How many charities have their sponsorship on the cars? Not many, are there?
Not many. I would definitely say AARP, which Jeff Gordon is probably one of the only ones I can think of. And it's something that they're big supporters of. A lot of the TruckerFan.com people are ex-military, ex-veterans, and they wanted to have something that they could support and bring a lot of support too. I mean, everybody can be patriotic, no matter what's going on out there, and with brands, and whether it be a Toyota like we raced this weekend or whatever brand you may be running. But everybody in America can be patriotic. It's not a brand specific type thing. So that's something they wanted to represent. We did that with both the paint team in our car and working with Reach Across America, and everybody can get behind it. And that's what we're looking for.
And one thing also, you have to okay this as well with your sponsor in a way to say that really veterans are important to you as well, aren't they?
Absolutely. I have many family members that are veterans. My uncle, actually, who was helping me out this weekend, is a veteran of the Vietnam War. And I have definitely cousins. My sister was in the Air Force, a cousin that was in the Navy SEALs, and I mean, all sorts of different stuff. And I have cousins that were in the Army, and it goes from the top to the bottom. And so it definitely hits close to home. All my family has been involved with the military before. Brad used to be sponsored by Navy, so it's definitely a good reaction that we've got from all the fans, and everything has definitely been very positive.
And that's fantastic, and I think it makes you feel good, especially, I'm sure, of how patriotic the fans are in NASCAR to see this and to say, wow, I am so glad that you're driving. And it should make you a fan favorite as well in ways because of what you're supporting.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, everything's definitely been a positive reaction, both from the fans and from all the people that have been involved with this, and they understand what we're trying to do, and bring awareness to this so we can keep it going. That's what it's all about. So we want to make sure that all the people that have given us a chance to do the things that we love to do, they're supported and their families are supported, and how everything works with military, and everybody's been touched by the military in some way. Everybody in this country has, and we're very proud to be able to support them and their efforts.
So I'm sure you hear tons of stories, Brian, when you're doing autograph sessions or after the race, and people come up to talk to you because of what you're talking about and thanking you, right, for having that on your car.
Absolutely. Like I said, I would say probably 50% of the people I've done autographs with and had some kind of member of their family that has been in the military and has served and either are a part of it right now or were in the past. So it's a great organization to be a part of and help represent them, and people they just love having the chance to see something that they can relate to out on the racetrack.
So tell me, first of all, how our listeners can get involved and help this organization. I think it's a fantastic one, and I think it's definitely needed because they've sacrificed their lives for us, the fight for us, yes.
It's we have a text to support foundation, and you can text $10. Will be charged to your bill, and it's text. You can text honor to 20222, and that will donate $10 to the foundation for Reeds Across America. And we're hoping to help support them in their efforts and continue to support our military.
And that's so key, and I think that's so important. And what have you seen from the organization itself, how they're the way that they're able to raise money? I mean, just first of all, by your sponsor being involved in it, but I guess firsthand from experience learning about what they do all the time, they must be really, really sacrificing a lot of time and effort, this charity, to make sure that they can get it to you said all over the country, the wreaths to all those to those graves. What have you heard about how they do the grassroots movement to make sure it works?
They had over 600 different trucking companies that came up to Maine. Morrill, Worcester, and the family are from the Maine area, and they come up and the trucking companies come up and they pick up the wreath, take down to Arlington and different cemeteries in the country. And they had well over 30,000 volunteers that came out and placed the wreaths on all the cemeteries. And it's an incredible operation that they got there, just for the sheer numbers of it all. And most of it's all within volunteers and people who just want to be involved with it because of the aspect of what they're doing. So it's definitely a big operation. It was a lot bigger than anybody would really dream of, and I was really proud to be able to help support that for them. And, I think that we keep this going and everything across the country can be even bigger, and it's an easy operation to be able to get behind because of what they're trying to do.
Is your sponsor hope to continue to support them for years to come? If they said that to you, saying this is such a great organization, we want to keep helping it grow? Is that what you've been hearing?
Absolutely. But in the end, we have to be able to have sponsorship dollars to be able to promote it too. So that's what we're working on. We're hoping to run a few more races this year with truckerfan.com, and their chosen charity is Reeds Across America. So what we would be doing is coming up with sponsors that will help support Reeds Across America. Let's sponsor the race car, and our primary slot on the race car would still be Reeds. And hopefully we can come up with a sponsorship to be able to continue to race and hopefully run a little more successful than we did this weekend at Daytona. But I believe that this was an isolated thing, and we can get everything up and running and be out there and competing and getting the word out about trying to help everything. So
what are the next races coming up for you on your schedule after this, after Daytona? What's going on?
Well, we're pinpointing Talladega right now in the end of April, early May. And mostly we're trying to make sure that we go to races that we can compete at and get our name out there. And that's what we're looking to do. So right now we're pinpointing Talladega. And we'll kind of play it by ear after that. But, we've got definitely some sponsorship interest there. And that's the first step. It takes a lot of money to put these race cars on the racetrack. So we have to be able to come up with everything we need to do and make sure everybody gets the amount of advertisement that they're looking for, and know how that we're trying to do this. But the tech campaign for Reads Across America, that all goes directly to them. That has nothing to do with our actual sponsorship itself, but that's something to help support the Reads people to be able to come out and do that.
And also, Brian, is this the first time you were going to race at Daytona, or have you raced there before?
I've actually I made that race in 2011 and got a chance to race with my brother, and he helped push me into the big race through the qualifying race, and that was a pretty neat thing. And hopefully we get a chance to go back and do it again, because that was a wonderful experience. Daytona 500 is what correlates to our Super Bowl of the season, even though it's at the start of the year. It's our biggest race. It's the biggest paying race, but it's also the biggest coverage race. We have many days that we're there at the racetrack and practices on TV, and we have a lot of things that go on around the Daytona area for this 2 weeks that we're here for Speed Week. So it's an amazing experience. I hope to get to do it again. How crazy is it there? I mean, like the fans. Oh my God. It is. It's very crazy. It's especially Daytona 500 day. You're sitting on pit road. You about can't move, and pit road's a pretty big area. If anybody's ever been to Daytona, they understand how big pit road is, but you can't even move around it. You're sitting shoulder to shoulder with everybody sitting on the infield. It's amazing they can even get the people out of the way so we can put on a race as quick as they do. It's a big operation that they got, and they put on every year. They put on one heck of a show, and we're working on our race cars to get more brand identity and trying to make everything more fan friendly, and if people can look at our cars and say, hey, that's something that I could drive every week. We're trying to get a little closer to that through some of the new rules, and it's a great race to be a part of, and we definitely want to continue to be a part of it. So what is, I guess, ultimately when we're talking about becoming a driver in NASCAR, how difficult is it to get to the stage of Daytona? For my listeners out there that might be aspiring drivers or considering maybe having this as a career, how difficult is it to get to this level? It's extremely difficult, because you're relying on so many outside factors to be a part of this, not just being talented as a race car driver, but you have to have a lot of money to be able to get to that point. There's a lot of approval processes that you got to go through, and you have to start in the lower levels. If you're starting in the late models, then you have to be able to move up to like the ARCA series, and then maybe to the Truck series or the Nationwide series until you can get to the Sprint Cup series. It's just they really base everything off of experience level, and it's different than any other sport. Any other sport, if you're extremely talented, you could go up to the highest levels right away, and that's not the way that NASCAR works. You actually have to go through a stepping stone type of process. So, it took me a few years to get through that process because, frankly, we just didn't have the money to get through it. So, but once we got through it, we got to the chance to go out and run in the highest level in the Sprint Cup series, and it's definitely been a great feeling to be up there and racing with the best of the best. Well, fantastic. So, Brian, where can our listeners find more information on you and learn more about the WAA and how they can get involved in it? We want to know more info on you and also the organization. Well, both places would be the best to be on Twitter and Facebook. Social media, we're very much utilizing that, both for Reads Across America and with Brian Keselowski Motorsports. And, that's probably definitely the best places to find our information. Reads Across America are over 40,000 likes now on their Facebook page, and really pressing the Twitter and trying to get everything on there. And they've been very impressive at trying to get the word out, and they've been working hard at that. And both with with our pages on Brian Keselowski Motorsports and my personal page on Facebook, we've had a lot of fans involvement, and that'd be the best place to find us. All right, fantastic. So what's the Twitter handle to find information on WAA? What's their Twitter? Do you know? Its Twitter handle for Reads Across America is @ReadsAcross. Okay. And do you have a Twitter as well, a personal one? Yeah, I sure do, and it's @Keselowski Brian. All right, well, fantastic. It was great talking to you, and I hope next year you'll get to compete in Daytona, and I hope you have a great rest of the race year, and maybe we can come back and follow up in 3 months and find out what's going on with WAA and how you're doing on your race career. So thanks again for calling, man. All right, sounds great. Thank you very much.
All right, take care. All right, you're listening to the Total Education Celebrity Show powered by Beach Lifestyle Celebrity segment. We'll be back in just a moment.